It's one of the loudest stadiums in the National Football League. And with the drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Welcome, your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from Kansas City. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. 10th season now for the two-time MVP of the league, three-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Greg, back after suffering the knee injury in Week 15 of the 2025 season.
You know, we can dive into the pieces and how do they get better and, you know, what is the future of Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. But, Mike, right now, for today at least, the story is a healthy Patrick Mahomes is just good for the NFL. It's good to see him back out there running around, leading this Chiefs offense. It just feels right when 15's behind center. And, man, he's had a long road to recovery, and the entire league's just happy to see him back. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That is taken in left side by Thornton.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. The ball's out. The Rams have it. And they're going to be in field goal range already as they've got the ball on the turnover inside the 30. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. To throw right away is Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
First carry here for Kyren Williams. And nothing doing here. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. What a weapon this guy Mevis has turned out to be, huh, Mike? I mean, if you include the Rams' 2 playoff games, 18 of 19 on field goals and was a perfect 48 of 48 on extra points, and he gets it done here again.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. And, Greg, week one here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
You know, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Now Walker, and he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On second down, Mahomes. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be third down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you. And all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On third down, Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
On now is Ariza to punt it away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. They'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin first and 10. They put Adams in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here?
Well, I mean, we see it every week. There is a conscious push to protect quarterbacks, Mike. I get it. They are the face. They are the stars of the league. And sometimes it can go a little bit too far. But this felt like the right call. It was close, but that's a late hit, and it's going to draw a flag near every time.
On first down, it's Stafford. That one brought in by Nakua, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. On the carry, it's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third and 5. The motion man is Nakua. From the gun, here's Stafford. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. As the Chiefs head back out, we take a look at the Rams' defensive coordinator, Chris Shula. Shula, of course, in the football family business. Grandfather, the great late Hall of Famer Don Shula, his dad David, Uncle Mike, both coaches as well. For Chris, it is his third season heading up the Rams defense. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Motion man is Rice. A first down throw for Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. This one over before it started. Hit behind the line. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. The throw on the run is complete. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
As the Rams head back out on offense, you can look at one of the best Chiefs defensive coordinators, Steve Spagnuolo. Spags, once a head coach with the Rams back in their St. Louis days, and briefly was an interim head coach with the Giants. He's been the architect of this defense since taking over in 2019 and the winner of 3 Super Bowl titles. Now a first down throw for Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this one incomplete. On third down, they cannot connect.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Approachment defense. Still third down.
The penalty yardage gets them a little closer, but still tough third down conversion coming up. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. It'll be brought down with a 1st down, and that late flag coming in. They're going to get some more tacked on for good measure.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Try the right side with Smith. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Smith again. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Still second down.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They put Kelsey in motion. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. That is George Karlaftis getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot. Second and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This one down the field, but going to wind up incomplete. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin this on the ground with Smith. The defense all over that one. They'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it to start the drive, and here is Smith. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes back. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It's 3rd and 4. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery. And they're going to take over once more. They have forced another first-half turnover. Drive begins with a run by Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Couple of vets looking like they are ready for this regular season. It's a first down. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll run it with Williams. Wow, look up, see defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Cornerbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense. But when they can come up and run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense.
Still 2nd down.
From the 41. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Stafford. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. That's to the right side and incomplete. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A fake to Walker, and now Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
In motion, that's Thornton. On third down, Mahomes. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Punt team on for the second time already. And the kick's away. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out. And it looked like one of the Rams got there first, and indeed, L.A. will keep the ball.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end Kelsey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He hoped to get it to Puka Nacua that time. It'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. The motion man is Nacua. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 28. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Remigio. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to keep it himself. The ball's out. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
fumble on the play.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Williams gets it on the draw. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, it's Stafford. The open man is Nakua. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's going to be caught. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Rams. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On the ground, it's Smith. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Once again, it's Smith. They'll get him down behind the line, but the penalty flag comes in late. Looked like a lot of face mask on that one.
Automatic first down.
They put Kelsey in motion. On the give, it's Smith. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Followed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
Now a run with Smith. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I understand it's 3rd down, and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up 4th down.
Luka Nakua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Throwing, Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee.
Stafford's pass.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Rams 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. To the air again, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Man in motion is Smith. Once again, it's Corum. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Now this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And they'll get him down, but it looked like it was by the face mask. And if that's the case, that's going to give him a first down.
Automatic first down.
Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
It's caught. It's the tight end, Higbee. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll run the toss to Corum. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. The motion man is Nakua. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will extend their lead.
So after a drive of that length, I guess you feel like you want to come away with something. But, you know, anytime you settle for a field goal, it always feels to me like for the defense, it's a win. So you put a drive like that together, it feels like you got to punch it in for 6 and don't really give themselves the opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. He'll hit Kelsey quickly up. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Stafford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. There'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, a loose football. And did the Chiefs get it? They did. And he'll be taken down. So that'll give them the ball in good shape off the turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Smith. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Motion man is Rice. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That'll be batted down.
Mahomes pass intended for
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. This taken at the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. What a great return, all the way down to the 40-yard line. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen, like that one, the kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Shotgun snap, and they'll run it with Smith. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third and 11 coming up. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll try to hit him with his... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Blake Corum out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
To the left side, and Adams has it. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No 1st down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the 1st half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. And the RPO, that one is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Smith. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He takes off. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Hey, nice job defensively. Rally the football and stop him, as that scramble is going to leave him 3 yards short of the first down.
6 yards.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Rams take over.
Rams offense ready to see what they can do in this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Stafford. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. That one targeted for Devontae Adams.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
The motion man is Nakua. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. And this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
The ball comes out. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score.
This was just a disaster from start to finish. I mean, he's retreating, he's trying to get away from the rush, but going backwards doesn't often make things better. He's hit, stripped, and defense does a nice job securing the ball and taking it back for a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Rams 13.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. A first down throw for Stafford. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
They put Adams in motion. Stafford gonna give it to Cora. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. That one just getting worse and worse until they finally bring him down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. Allen in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Pass caught right side by Thornton. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Mahomes. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the first half of play. So, halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This will be 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Evans with the punt sends it away. Returnable for Remigio. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fake to Walker, and now Mahomes. The ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
It's a 10-yard loss.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Rice open. He's got it. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Yeah, and they do everything right. They force 4th down, and they're a play away from getting off the field. You just can't hit the quarterback late, and it's just so hard for these defenders. They get so close all game, and they get their opportunity, but you just have to avoid that contact and not put your defense in a bad spot.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, that's Thornton. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On fourth down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Corum to start the drive. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a loose football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Rams come up with the recovery. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll start this on the ground with Corum. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Play action now. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They put Kelsey in motion. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes back. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Putin. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. DeMercado, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to DeMercado. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
that is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll run it to start the drive, and here is Smith. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Mahomes quickly out to Rice. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Shotgun run now with Walker. Once again, defense giving him nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard here. That brings up 3rd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man is Horton. He's got it. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, KC.
A gain of 10 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
In some rhythm, Good drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. Third down, they need 5. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here's a handoff to Cora. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Here's Stafford. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. The shotgun snap to Stafford. That swung out to Ali. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to Blake Corum. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. On the play fake, here's Stafford. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
It's third down. They need 6 for the first down. Stafford to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Cora. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. The Rams punting unit coming out.
Formation for the Rams.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. A fake to Walker, and now Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead.
30, Rams 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Cora. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Cora. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. And Third down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They run with Quora. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run straight ahead with Quora. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll come to the line for 3rd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Punt team headed out for the Rams.
Formation for the Rams.
And he'll get a few yards on this return. A pass the 15-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Now a pitch to Walker. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Well, in a game that seems like it's gone all in their favor, that's kind of one of the rare cases where this offense didn't appear to be on the same page, because for as good as they have been all day long, this possession at least, they're going to stall out.
On comes the Chiefs punter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. That's into the hands of Coro. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run, and that is Jarquez Hunter. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
When you have a linebacker that can cover this much ground, Mike, I mean, what an advantage for a defense. Watch his ability to not only pursue this ball and stretch it out wide, but then to secure the tackle and take him down for a loss.
The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. On 4th down, out comes the punter. This fielded inside the 35. Oh, and he's taken down by the face mask. That looks for certain. The flag comes in. That's going to improve their starting field position.
Automatic 1st down.
On the ground, DeMercado. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. They'll run. It's DeMercado. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Now, Mahomes. Open man, right side is Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
Yards on the play.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Motion man is Rice. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Catch made there by Allen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And the throw on 3rd down going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A 44-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the gun, here's Stafford. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
2nd down, it's Stafford. This one read well and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of LSU.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Mahomes going to keep it himself. Oh, the ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
They'll set up the screen to DeMarcado. Oh, they get him down short, but the penalty marker comes in, and that may be a lifeline to the offense.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Now an option here, left side. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. Now DeMarcado. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
They put Kelsey in motion. On third down, Mahomes. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Rams come up with the recovery. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
A first down throw for Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field. It's Higbee. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Cora. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a second down throw for Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They put Adams in motion. Run the draw with Corum. The middle closed off, so he bounces it to the outside and picks up 6 yards.
He's brought down at the 40.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, This offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That's taken in by Higbee. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Stafford now on 2nd down. Pass caught right side by Higbee. He's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding a hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Big gain of 27 yards. What a way to open the drive.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll find his receiver. That's Jalen Royal. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
That's good.
Bit of a risky decision there to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, but that's why it's so important that these guys can be active as runners after the catch. It's become a big part of NFL football, and a great example why here.
Here's a toss, right side. Oh! And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
It is 3rd and long. To throw is Mahomes. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Rams have it. Defenses dream about those, whether it's a pick six or a scoop and score. Even this one, Greg, 2 points. When the defense puts points on the board, they feel great about it.
Mike, talk about getting the job done on defense. Not only does it result in 2 points on the scoreboard, but now the offense is going to get the ball back, and likely with great field position.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. A run now with the rookie. Here's Emmett Johnson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Mahomes. The ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Well, fortunately for this cornerback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
Patrick Mahomes sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Rams.
The Rams offense ready to get back to work. and they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will score! Touchdown, LA. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2.
The Rams will line up for
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
35. Rams 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Remigio now on the return, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Chiefs' offense, Rashee Rice, set to take over once more, and he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll send Worthy in motion. Mahomes going to push this one forward. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Now it's 2nd and 1. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. A fake to Walker, and now, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery. And now after the play, that's Mahomes who looks to be shaken up down there. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Play action now for Stafford. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
He's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
Throwing again is Stafford. That is over the middle and intercepted. Into space. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, I mean, it's just a tough spot for a quarterback. 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know you have to kind of force the ball downfield a little bit if you're going to have any chance of coming back. And the defense is just sitting back there saying, you know, throw it at us. Thank you. We'll take it. And they end up taking that one back for a touchdown. And it looks like it's celebration time right now on that sideline.
Now Butker to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 19.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They put Adams in motion. On 1st down, Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll get this up close to a first down, working it to the 33-yard line.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Now they've got 3rd and inches. They're trying to run for it with Hunter. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, up past the 35. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On first down, it's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's taken in, and it's Jarquez Hunter. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Drive rolls on here with first down and 10. Again, it's Stafford. He'll find his tight end. In the middle of the field, it's Higbee. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. To the air again, Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Stafford to throw again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll indeed go, and it's Simpson. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd down, and they need 7. Fields now. They'll set up the screen to DeMercado. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
On now is Ariza to punt it away. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out quickly, and it's Adams. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Oh, a loose football. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown.
This is great teach tape for all the young quarterbacks out there. When you are in the pocket, you need to keep two hands on the ball at all times. You see guys, they're moving, they're scrambling, their eyes are downfield, and they lose track of the rush. You have to assume the defenders are going to attack the ball any chance they can. Secure it, two hands. Even if you take a sack, nothing is more important than the ball.
Butker now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead.
Chiefs 49, Rams 19.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football.
At their own 27-yard line.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. We'll start this drive with a run by Hunter. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hunter again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious, as we say,